Hop.
It's the D-Hop talking shop.
Yo.
Yeah. We talking with D-Hop.
Yeah.
Tell me what team you got. Yeah. On the D-Hop talking shop.
Yeah, it's your boy D-Hop.
D-Hop talking shop.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. We talking with D-Hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what team you got.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. On the D-Hop talking shop.
Welcome to the D-Hop Talking Shop.
Hey, yeah, it's Devontae Hopkins, man. Back in new episodes dropping on my podcast, man. Talked about a lot. Our podcast is officially a year old. I just wanted to give my little claps and just give my little pat on the back for that. So, hey, guys, it was a crazy weekend that happened. I talked about Alabama getting up. Them guys were like, they going to be like that again this year. So, I expect the Packers to come out strong. But, hey, guys, it's your boy D-Hop, officially a season. I really hate Aaron Rodgers got hurt for the New York Jets. Hey guys, it's your boy D-Hop, officially episode 16. Talked about a lot of things on this. I got a lot of little highlights. I had some good seats, real good seats, as you guys see right here. I will say going to that was actually probably like my 5th NFL game in my. It's your boy D-Hop, officially back with episode 18. Talked about all the drama. Hey, this is the year when we really need it, so I'm glad we're going to have the 12-team format in college football next year. Do you feel like Florida State should have got in?
So, I think it's tough.
I'm from the Arizona Cardinals. Appreciate you for taking the time out coming on my podcast with me.
Oh, yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you for having me. You know what I mean?
Already, for sure. So, I want to tell you how life been for you after football. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the D-Hop Talking Shop, officially episode 20. This is my first video in the new year. 2K23 was a real good year, but 2024 will be even better. I got a lot of things that I want to get into today on today's show. So before I get today's show started, I would like to give a shout out to Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, former first-round pick from the Arizona Cardinals. We did a real good Zoom call on my last podcast. He talked about his life after football, his top 5 defensive backs in the NFL, and he talked about his hardest receiver that he has ever guarded in the NFL. So make sure you guys keep streaming that episode. That was a real good episode. Definitely one of my favorites, another favorite Zoom call that I had. So with that being said, that's not going to be the first and last time that you guys see him. You guys going to be seeing him a lot on this show. So been locked in with him ever since I did that video call. So yeah, again, I would like to give a shout out to Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie for taking the time out to coming on my podcast. So let's go ahead and get today's show started. Let's get it cracking. So I want to start out recapping the college football playoffs as Alabama and Michigan played at each other, and with Michigan edging out Alabama at the end. Alabama missed the opportunity at the end in overtime. Michigan beating Alabama in overtime. I didn't like the play selection that Alabama chose in that sequence, in that stage, but in Alabama defense, it was a bad snap by the center. So I really felt like they could have ran a better play, though, So Jalen Milroe, he has been playing good, but up until that play call, I was like, nah, that was a bad selection. They probably took a page out of Brian Johnson's playbook, man. But fast forward to after that game, we had another game after that. We had a real good game, shootout against Washington versus the Texas Longhorns, and I was pulling for the Longhorns in that, just being the state of Texas. So, yeah, that was a shootout in that game with Texas almost getting close. But what I really felt like was bad about the Longhorns about that, they couldn't get no pressure on Michael Penix. He was just standing back there just throwing dots the whole time, and, yeah, they couldn't get a hand on him. I really feel like if the pass rush could have got home on the Texas Longhorns, I felt like they would advance to the national championship. But moving on, fast forward from that game, we had Michigan and Washington playing each other last night, with Michigan beating Washington in convincing fashion and giving Michigan their first championship in 26 years. So I want to give a shout out to the Michigan Wolverines for winning their first championship in 26 years. I know that was a big major drop that those guys was having going on. So rumor has it that Harbaugh's supposed to be going to the NFL. Where you guys think Harbaugh going to go? You think he going to stay in Michigan, or you think he going to go in the NFL? And if you think he's going to go into the NFL, I personally feel like the Chargers would be a good move for him if he does go to the NFL. But where you guys think he gonna go? You think he gonna stay in Michigan, or you think he gonna stay with the Los Angeles Chargers? Let me know in the comments. So, with the ending of college football, I would like to say it was a real good college football season this year. But, you know, I want to take you guys back to the drama that unfolded at the end of the college football playoffs. And you know how we all had our different opinions on who should have won. You guys feel like the right teams got in. But with that being said, where I'm really getting at on this show is like, I'm really happy for next season as we go into the 12-team format as we should, because, you know, the drama that unfolded this year, we really needed that 12-team format. So I'm really looking forward to the new year, 2024 to 2025 college football season. And, you know, we going to see. So moving on, I want to get to some NFL news as Russell Wilson. I want to get into this Russell Wilson and Denver situation. So news has it that the Denver Broncos are trying to get Russell Wilson to waive his injury clause. And I got to say something. I really feel like that's a bad look for the Denver Broncos to do something like that, because free agency is coming up and, you know, players going to look at that who thinking about going to Denver. They're going to look into that and see that, you know, if you guys did that to Russell Wilson and you benching him at the end, and then it's like Russell Wilson, he didn't even play bad this season. It wasn't on him. The Denver Broncos started the season 1-5. Like, this the same defense. They started playing bad at the end. Not at the end. They started playing bad at the beginning, but then they all of a sudden started picking it up and getting on the winning streak. So it's like when Russ Wilson started winning games, those guys wanted to, you know, waive his no trade clause. They wanted to waive his no injury clause, you know, to either that or put him on the bench. And I really feel like that's just a bad look for the Denver Broncos organization. I really feel like Russell Wilson has a lot left. So where do you guys think Russell Wilson's going to end up next season? I really feel like a good spot for Russell Wilson would be the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Tomlin. And because Pittsburgh Steelers, I feel like they're a real good team, but I really feel like they could use a different quarterback, a veteran leadership quarterback. And yes, I really feel like Russell Wilson has a lot left in the tank. So I would like to see him go to Pittsburgh since, you know, but like I said, that's just not a good look for the Denver Broncos as you trying to bring in players. And again, if you doing that to a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you'll probably do that to any other player. So we going to see. But let me know in the comments where you guys think Russell Wilson should go next. So moving on from that situation, I want to get into the Chicago Bears and the Justin Fields situation. So rumors has it, it's been a lot of things going on. I've been seeing on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, all on the social media platforms. Should Chicago move on from Justin Fields? In my personal opinion, I feel like they should stick with Justin Fields because I feel like drafting another quarterback like a Caleb Williams, a Penix, or a Jaden Daniels, I really feel like that should be the same situation. We seen what Justin Fields did when he elevated his play when he got a number one threat with DJ Moore this season. That was a real good combination. I really feel like they need to keep building around Justin Fields and go ahead and use that top pick to get another threat at wide receiver with Marvin Harrison Jr. I really feel like they need to pair him with that, and they need to build an offensive line because I feel like if you get another quarterback, draft another quarterback, you're going to be in the same situation as you are now, Chicago. Just build your defense and build your offensive line, get some more playmakers and build around Justin Fields. I really feel like that's the way they should go. But what you guys think about that too? Also, let me know that in the comments. Do you guys think the Chicago Bears should use their top pick on the quarterback, or do you feel like they should go a different direction and get another receiver and just build around Justin Fields? Also, let me know that in the comments. So moving on, I want to give out all the awards so far. So my offensive rookie of the year this year is going to be C.J. Stroud. He was dominant this year. Shout out to C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans for leading the Houston Texans to the playoffs this year. C.J. Stroud had 4,000 passing yards this year. And, and the Houston Texans, they was like, they was a top 5 in the NFL draft last year. That's a real big jump, and it's supposed to have been a rebuilding year. So those guys ended up winning a division. Now those guys are going to the playoffs. So give me C.J. Stroud for Rookie of the Year. My defensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go with Jalen Carter. He had 5+ sacks. That was the brightest spot on the Philadelphia Eagles defense so far because the Eagles defense this year couldn't stop a cold. So go ahead and give me Jalen Carter as the defensive Rookie of the Year. My my defensive player of the year, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Bland. Bland had a lot of interceptions this year, had some pick sixes, and yeah, man, y'all know how I feel about the Cowboys. But like I said, I give credit where it's due. And shout out to Bland, man. He really played good this year, and he really showed up this year in the absence of Trayvon Diggs. So I really feel like he should win Defensive Player of the Year. And last, I'm going to go ahead and give the MVP to Lamar, which I understand. So hear me out, guys. So I understand if you look at the numbers, Dak Prescott numbers was better than Lamar Jackson. So I will say that. But the reason why I'm going to give it to Lamar over Dak Prescott, because it's like the teams that Dak Prescott lost to, Lamar Jackson beat him. And also Lamar Jackson is the #1 seed headed into the NFL playoffs. So he just chilling, and he also had one less game played. So statistically wise, Dak Prescott was the better quarterback. He did outplay Lamar Jackson, but I'm going to just give Lamar Jackson just off the strength that he beat the teams that Dak Prescott lost to. And he also was the #1 seed. So that's why I'm going to give it to Lamar Jackson. So, but who you guys think about all those awards? Let me know that in the comments. So moving on, I want to go ahead and get to the end. So it's the best time of the year. We are officially in the NFL playoffs, and man, yeah. So I want to go ahead and talk about all the NFL playoffs in round one and who I feel like is going to win in the first round. So in the first game, we got is the Buffalo Bills versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm like, yeah. Buffalo Bills, I really feel like that's a team that nobody want to see right now. Those guys have been hitting on all cylinders. Josh Allen has been looking to lead. Josh Allen still been turning the ball over. But, I mean, Josh Allen has still been, he's been on fire for the past few weeks. So, with that being said, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. But I would like to say shout out to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They never had a losing season under him. And that's real impressive as a head coach, man. We need to go ahead and give some props to him. More coaches. So, but gonna give me the Buffalo Bills in that game. I really feel like the Bills, they just playing on fire right now. They are hot right now. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. Next game we got is the Dolphins and the Chiefs game. Oh, I'm ready for this game. This game, I'm torn between. I really feel like that game could go either way. You know what I'm saying? But they in Kansas City. Tyreek Hill's going back to Kansas City, man. That's a lot of juice. That's a lot of star power right there. And yes, that's going to be a highlight game. I could go to that game, but nah, Kansas City, man, it's too cold for me to go out there, man. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs because it's like betting against Patrick Mahomes is like betting against Tom Brady. But, I mean, honestly, it's like the Chiefs receivers need to step up for them to win this game. But I really feel like that Kansas City Chiefs defense will be too much for Tua to handle. I really feel like they just got to key in on Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle. So, yeah, go ahead, give me the Kansas City Chiefs in that game. I got them winning that game. Next game I got is the Houston Texans versus the Cleveland Browns. And, again, like I said, shout out to C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans for winning that, for going to the NFL playoffs this year. As, like I said, they was a top 5 team drafted in the NFL. This was supposed to be a rebuilding year. So, the Texans look good, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cleveland Browns in this game. I just feel like the Cleveland Browns defense is playing at a high level, and the veteran leadership of Joe Flacco has been hot. It's crazy how Joe Flacco has been looking. He done really literally jumped off the couch and then started balling like that, man. So I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns in that game. So moving up, well, can't say nothing about the Ravens, though. The Ravens, also I want to say that the Ravens are the #1 seed in the AFC. So moving on to the NFC, we have the 49ers at #1, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the next game in the NFC, by the way. So the next game I'm going to talk about is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. And, yeah, of course I want to see the Cowboys to lose. I want them to lose so bad, of course. But Green Bay is tough, man. Jordan Love, he has been balling for the past few weeks, and, I really feel like he has been looking elite too. So, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cowboys on that game, man. But, I mean, I wouldn't actually be surprised. Like, it's not going to be a cakewalk like a lot of Cowboy fans think. It's going to be a real good game, but, I mean, it's like I said, I respect Dallas when they at home. Those guys just be so dumb to be real good in Dallas, man. So, I'm going to go with the Packers. But not the Packers. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, but I hope I'm wrong about that, man, because I really, of course, I want to see the Cowboys lose, man. But yeah, Dak Prescott has been playing lights out, man, and but Jordan Love, I really feel like that is still gonna be a good game. I really feel like it's gonna be a up and dominant game. So, but like I said, go ahead and give me Dallas in that game. Next game we got is the Detroit Lions versus the Los Angeles Rams, and ooh, Matthew Stafford back in Detroit. Oh, that's gonna be a good game. Now this game, I had to sleep on this, had to think who I was gonna go with, man. But this game could actually really go either way, man. So, but with that being said, I'm gonna actually go with the Los Angeles Rams. So because the reason why, because I like the Lions is limping in the playoffs. They are really kind of hurt right now, man. So I wouldn't mind seeing Detroit win it. Detroit hasn't been to the playoffs in God knows how long, man. But I really feel like the Los Angeles Rams is gonna take this game, man. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions win, but I really feel like those injuries is gonna catch up to the Lions in this game, man. So, but go ahead, give me the Rams. And the next game, last game, would be the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And honestly, I don't know why they got this game on Monday Night Football. This game should be on Tubi, man. Both these teams have been looking bad. Y'all know I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I can't pick as a fan. I'm going by the eyeball testing, man. The Philadelphia Eagles haven't been looking that good. I really feel like that the coaches have quit on the coaches. I feel like the players have quit on the coaches, man. I really feel like that they not rocking with Nick Sirianni no more. Just I can tell by just off of body language, those guys is just not in it no more. I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles win, but honestly, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because I can't pick them. I hope I'm wrong as an Eagle fan, but I'm just being honest, man. Like, the way the Philadelphia Eagles been looking, I can't pick them in this game, man. But again, like I said, I hope I'm wrong, man. But with that being said, who you guys think gonna win all the first round games? Let me know that in the comments. Man, it's crazy that the football season is really coming to the end. When you think about it, we really only got a few more games left. Then we're gonna be back into the off season, man. So, a lot of things that happened in the NFL season this year, man. So, I'm gonna be talking about a lot, man. So, since we at the end of the football season, I want to let you guys know I will be switching over to basketball real soon. I'm just finna get some more little football shows out. So let me know in the comments what you guys want me to talk about when I switch over to the basketball segment and who you guys want to see on my podcast channel. So I got a lot. But like I said, man, Happy New Year to everybody. 2K23 was one of the best years of my life. Got to see the Philadelphia Eagles play in Philadelphia for the first time. And that's when we was looking elites and we finally won that game, man. So, but hey, that's all I got today, man. So if you guys like today's video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the D Hop Talking Shop.